My boyfriend said I'm hard to love. I haven't forgotten it, you're just hard to love. He didn't yell it. He didn't say it during some explosive fight. He said it calmly, quietly, like it was a fact, and somehow that made it worse. It happened on a Tuesday night. Nothing dramatic. We were sitting on the couch, half watching a show, half scrolling on our phones. I had brought up gently. I thought that I felt like he'd been distant lately. That's when he sighed. You overthink everything he said. Then he paused, and honestly, you're just hard to love sometimes. Sometimes. That word has been echoing in my head ever since. For context, we've been together almost 3 years. We met through mutual friends at a 4th of July barbecue. He was charming, funny, the kind of guy who remembered small details. He brought me my favorite iced coffee on our 3rd date. Because I mentioned it once, I thought that meant something. Maybe it did at the time. I've never considered myself easy, but I also never thought I was unlovable. I have anxiety, I like reassurance, I ask questions. I want to talk things through instead of pretending they don't exist. I believe in communication. Maybe too much. He, on the other hand, believes in letting things go, which usually means not talking about them. Over time, I started noticing a pattern. Whenever I brought up something that bothered me, even in the calmest way possible, it would somehow turn into a flaw of mine. If I said I felt ignored, I was being dramatic. If I asked why he canceled plans last minute, I was keeping score. If I cried, I was too sensitive, and I started believing him. That's the part that scares me the most. After he said I was hard to love, I laughed not because it was funny, but because I didn't know what else to do. I made a joke about needing a user manual. He chuckled. The conversation moved on. We finished the episode like nothing happened, but something shifted in me that night. I started analyzing myself like a project that needed fixing. Was I too emotional? Too needy? Too intense? Too much? I tried becoming smaller. I stopped asking for reassurance. I stopped bringing up concerns. I swallowed my feelings before they could inconvenience anyone. And you know what happened? He seemed happier, which somehow hurt even more. A few weeks later, we went to a friend's birthday party. I was standing in the kitchen when one of his friends, slightly drunk, said, "You two are so different, I don't know how he deals with you." Deals with me, I laughed again because apparently that's what I do. But on the drive home, I asked him what that meant. He shrugged. They just think you're intense. You know, high maintenance. There it was again. Hard to love, intense. High maintenance. Different words, same message. The breaking point came over something stupid. I had a rough day at work. A project I'd worked on for months got reassigned without explanation. I came home exhausted, fighting tears. I didn't need solutions, I just needed comfort. When I started venting, he checked his phone mid-sentence. I stopped talking. "Are you even listening?" I asked. He looked annoyed. "I am." "You're just spiraling again?" It's hard to constantly manage your emotions. Manage like I was a burden. A chore, something to tolerate. Something snapped in me right then because I realized something terrifying. I had spent months trying to be easier to love, but he had never once tried to love me better. Love isn't supposed to feel like an audition. You're constantly failing. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment I doubted myself. Every time I'd apologized for having feelings. Every time I'd made myself smaller so someone else could stay comfortable. And I asked myself a question I should have asked months ago. If I'm so hard to love, why did I feel so easy to hurt? The next morning, I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just told him I didn't think we were right for each other anymore. He looked shocked. Seriously, over one comment? One comment. It's never just one comment. It's the slow erosion of your confidence, the subtle way someone convinces you that your needs are flaws, the way you start questioning your worth in a relationship. That's supposed to feel safe. He told me I was overreacting. Maybe I was, but I'd rather overreact than slowly disappear. It's been 6 months now. I still think about what he said sometimes, but here's what I've learned. Being hard to love usually just means you require effort. You require communication. You require emotional maturity. And the right person won't see that as a burden. They'll see it as debt. I'm not hard to love. I'm just not easy to neglect anymore. Now I want to know something. Have you ever had someone make you feel like you were too much? Did you stay and try to change yourself? Or did you walk away? Tell me in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how others handled it. And if you've ever been told you're hard to love, what did you do next?